Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our states, our country, and sometimes around the world. And this is an unfortunate story about a university president that ended in suicide due to the stress, anxiety, and depression that can conquer one's life. And this comes straight out of the Midwest, Lincoln University, one of historically HBCU in the heartland of Missouri. And I am a member of Omega Psi Phi and know a lot of guys that have graduated from Lincoln University, a very fond university right in near Jefferson City, Missouri. The name of that fraternity chapter is called Eta Sigma with Omega Psi Phi. So here we go. Lincoln University's administrator's suicide spotlights Black women's struggle in higher education. When Antoinette Bonnie Candia Bailey, the former vice president of student affairs at Lincoln University in Missouri, died by suicide on January 8th, the tragedy brought attention to the difficulties and obstacles that many Black women report experiencing in higher education. Candia Bailey, who received a termination letter from the historically Black university on January 3rd, had previously accused the school's president, John Mosley, of bullying, harassment, and discrimination. It was shocking, Nicole Hannah-Jones, the Knight Chair of Race and Journalism at Howard University, told Nightline. And I think there was a lot of fear that if the experiences that Black women are going through are not being paid attention to, that they can have really devastating results. Mosley was reinstated to his position last month after a third-party investigation found no evidence of substantiated bullying claims by the university president. He'd been on voluntary paid administrative leave. In a press release, the board of curators from the university said that an exhaustive, independent investigation found that Dr. Candia Bailey's claims that she was bullied by President Mosley were unsubstantiated. The press release added specifically, when directly asked in the course of this investigation, no witnesses reported that they had ever witnessed President Mosley engage in bullying, and all denied having ever personally felt bullied by President Mosley. ABC News attempted to contact the university but have not received a response. In a statement, President Mosley said, "Our thoughts and prayers have been and continue to be with Dr. Bailey's families, friends, and our campus community." Mosley added, "There is not a lot I can say about the independent report and its findings, but I am grateful to the Board of Curators for their faith in me and their vote of confidence. Candia Bailey's loved ones are still grappling with the loss of the woman they affectionately called Bonnie. My confidence in the thoroughness of the investigation is zero," said Omega Tillman, a close friend of Candia Bailey. Bonnie was not a person to mince words, or if she felt bullied, if she felt unheard, unseen, then that's what it was. It's frustrating. For 20 years, Candia Bailey had worked to climb the professional ladder in academia. In 2016, she wrote a dissertation on the challenges that Black women face in academia. Her dissertation is titled "My Sister, Myself: The Identification of Social Cultural Factors that Affect the Advancement of African American Women into Senior Level Administrative Positions." Attempts need to be addressed to look at how African American women can increase and advance in higher education, Candia Bailey wrote in her dissertation. These factors also link to being treated like the help, the outside within, keeping them away from the table. Candia Bailey's death brought shock and sadness, prompting social media videos showing Black women sharing their own frustration and experiences. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Black women and other women of color face harsher evaluations at work due to harmful stereotypes. Inger Burnett Ziegler, a clinical psychologist, studies how negative stereotypes affect the mental health of Black women. According to her, Black women are often stereotyped as angry Black women, strong Black women, and hypersexual Black women. The number one thing that I believe Black women can do to protect their mental health is to establish very clear boundaries, Burnett Ziegler said. Being a strong Black woman can come with taking on too much, feeling like you just can't take it anymore, and often we don't recognize it until it's gone too far, she added. Hannah Jones said it is a concerning trend despite being highly qualified for leadership positions. Black women are often subjected to intense scrutiny and criticism once they assume their roles. It's a struggle to be respected. It's a struggle to be heard. There's too many obstacles, and often the higher you ascend, the lonelier it gets, Hannah Jones said. Recent data from the American Association of University Professors reveals that Black women represent only 2.4% of tenured professors in colleges and universities nationwide. Just 2.4%. Tenure is the highest status that you can achieve at a university, Hannah Jones said. So black women get hired, but they aren't getting tenure, and they're not being moved through that process. Amidst the tragedy, the next generation of Black women academics are forging their own community and advocating for change. What an incredible story, which shows you that even at our major universities, while we're having protests against the Gaza war at Washington University in St. Louis, Columbia University in New York, USC in California, where students are protesting the Gaza war strip war and how they negatively feel about it. But our universities are a montage or a mirror image of our cities and our communities. You look at and see that you only have about 2.4% of Black women that are university professors and or tenured, but the Black community represents about 8.5 to 9% of the country in America. So there is a large disparity of primarily white universities hiring and tenuring not only Black women professors, but also Black men. And you want your universities to be some inclination of what your demographics are in that particular city and or state. And you can see is highly skewed to where 97% of your professors and tenured professors at many of these universities are Caucasian descent. Which goes to show you that there is a skew so far to the right of who is getting these professorship jobs, who is getting tenured, are primarily white male and female professors. And it's a display that you see in the corporate structure in corporate America. The majority of your Fortune 500 companies, 490 of them are ran by white men or white women. This same patriarchal system that we've been seeing displayed in America for over 200 years. So this kind of article makes you wonder, has anything changed in 2024? Also to the point of mental illness is a real disease that needs to be managed, diagnosed, and maintained in a stable environment. No matter what your education is, no matter what you do for a living, stress, anxiety, and depression are real. And for this young lady, Dr. Candia Bailey, to feel that she had no way out, she felt and made accusations that the president of the university was bullying her, and her final decision was to take her own life, is a very unfortunate circumstance. But many people are struggling, and we need to find ways to help them.